Hi, it's Dr. Jenn here. I'm an anxiety coach and a benzodiazepine withdrawal coach. And today's video is all about intrusive thoughts. If you are in benzo withdrawal and you are experiencing intrusive thoughts, my friend, I know how frightening they are. We feel as if we've lost control. We feel like we're going to go crazy. It is very uncomfortable. That's an understatement. It's very uncomfortable to have our thoughts doing things, saying things that we don't want them to be saying, and things that we have no control over. They just bubble up, hence the word intrusive thoughts. I was the poster girl for intrusive thoughts while I was recovering from my benzodiazepine injury. My thoughts focused mostly on death, but they also latched onto anytime I'd walk near a tool, pair of scissors, a knife, whatever, anything sharp, anything that could be used as a weapon. I will not go into the gory details because I do not want to trigger anyone, but suffice it to say, it was horrifying and it was sheer torture. But what helped was when my postdoctorate education kicked in and I could wrap my head around polyvagal theory once again, and to remind myself what was going on. So let me tell you why you have intrusive thoughts. First, let's look at the autonomic nervous system. That top hierarchy is the connect state. That's where we want to be. That's where all the good stuff happens. Our nervous system is relaxed, we're at rest, we're at peace, and our thoughts are going to be positive. We're capable, we can compliment people, we have hope and promise, and we're curious. All the good, positive kind of thoughts and feelings are generated there. Below that is the protect state, where we feel like we have to protect ourselves from a physical or an emotional threat. And the very active stage of that is a sympathetic response, fight or flight. And when our nervous system is there, our thoughts are going to be more angry and active, a lot of energy to them. Right below that, in the protect state, is a parasympathetic dorsal vagal response. There is where, like, the wind has been knocked out of our sails, where we feel withdrawn, frozen, helpless, hopeless, no energy. The energy's been drained out of it, and our thoughts there are, the world is just a terrible place, I'm a failure, etc. So what helped me cope with my intrusive thoughts was to remind myself that state drives story. 3 words changed my life for the better. State drives story. The state of your nervous system fuels and flavors your internal narrative. I'm going to say it again. State drives story. The state of your nervous system fuels and flavors your internal narrative. You're in benzo withdrawal, meaning your GABA receptors have been damaged, they've been downregulated, so you don't have that inhibitory system working very well, which means your threat detection circuitry is kind of running amok and it's misfiring. Danger, danger, danger. It sees and perceives danger everywhere, even though there is no danger. So you are most often in a protect state. So your thoughts are most often doom and gloom, catastrophic, rage, anger, frustration, hopelessness, helplessness. It's normal for benzo withdrawal. It's very normal for benzo withdrawal. And because you don't have that inhibitory system, those thoughts are just, it's kind of like whack-a-mole, right? They just keep popping up. You have no control over them. And that's okay. It's okay. You're not going crazy. This is totally normal. This is just another symptom of benzo withdrawal. So what really helps is to understand state drives story. Just to remind yourself of that. Okay, here I'm having these horrible intrusive thoughts. State's driving story. It's not you. It's not you. It's your nervous system. And I'm going to be vulgar here for just a moment, but I'm going to make my point. If you passed gas, no big deal, right? You might go, oh, I'm so glad that nobody else was in the room. You might get a little chuckle out of it even. It's a body function. Guess what? Your autonomic nervous system, fueling and flavoring your thoughts and feelings, that's a body function as well. So your thoughts are no more significant than your farts. That's right. Your thoughts are no more significant in your life than your farts. That happens to be just a bad smell of gas. This is stinking thinking. So when we can put it in perspective and remind ourselves our thoughts are not that significant, they're just an indication of a hyperexcited nervous system, then hopefully we can relax and not let them disturb us as much. Now, some people get very upset because of the content of the thoughts, and it is normal. And it's okay to have violent thoughts, to have perverted sexual thoughts, to have, horrible thoughts. It just happens. It is no indication of your character, of who you are. It's simply meaning you have a hyperexcited nervous system. If you ate a bowl of beans, you're probably going to get gas. Has nothing to do with you, your character, who you are. That's just the way it is. That's the way your digestive tract deals with beans. This is the same thing. This is the way your nervous system is dealing with a hyperexcited state of not having enough GABA receptors. This has nothing to do with you, has nothing to do with your character, your morals, your worthiness, your lovability, nothing. It's a hyperexcited nervous system. So I hope that you can take that to heart. State drives story. Get your hands busy if you can, because your thoughts will sometimes follow your hands. Just try to stay distracted. Try your best not to allow the thoughts to disturb you. I know the thoughts can be disturbing and they can make us have fear and terror rush through us. I understand that. Just go with it. Just allow it to happen. Allow it to pass through you. But just be kind and gentle with yourself. Keep reminding yourself, state drives story. Your intrusive thoughts are due to a hyperexcited nervous system that is most likely hanging out in that protect state most of the time. And in that protect state, since state drives story, it's like you've got a little Stephen King in there. Ooh, what kind of scary stuff can I come up with next? But that's all it is. It's just a scary story, state's driving story. And as you heal, your nervous system is going to be able to shift more into that parasympathetic ventral vagal response, that connect state, and your thoughts will be more hopeful, more loving, more kind, more compassionate. You'll even be able to extend compassion and kindness and forgiveness and grace to yourself. And if you're not able to do that yet, it's simply because you're still in that protect state most of the time. So I hope this was helpful. I hope that you will remind yourself of state driving story. Know that you're still in there. You're still you. You're still beautiful and wonderful and fabulous and capable and all of those things, lovable, worthy, etc. You're just still magnificent. This is just a hyperexcited nervous system. You are not your thoughts. And it's okay to think violent thoughts, perverted sexual thoughts. It's A-okay. The trick is, or the key is, you just never act on them. That's all. You just never act on them. Just let them bubble up. Let them pass through. They're like clouds in the sky. One's going to come and leave, and here comes the next one. Just let them pass. Do your best to just observe. And if I can be of any help, you can find me at benzowithdrawalhelp.com. And I do have a live support group, Mornings with Jenn. We meet 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 o'clock Pacific. And you get to ask me questions and hear me talk, all things solutions for benzo withdrawal. You can find all that information on my website at benzowithdrawalhelp.com. Keep healing, my friends. We really do get well, and life is precious and sweet once again, and it really is amazing. It just, this side of benzo withdrawal is fabulous, and each and every one of you are going to get here. Have a very blessed day.